Welcome inside a jam-packed 60-minute edition of The Big Show presented by Discount Tire. I'm Rick Pizzo. It was Championship Sunday across the Big Ten. A women's champ crowned in Indianapolis. We'll get you there shortly. A men's wrestling champion crowned in State College as Penn State continues to dominate the sport. Those highlights also on the way. But we begin with the reveal of the 2026 Big Ten men's basketball tournament bracket to be taking place this week in Chicago. The top four seeds, Michigan, Illinois, Nebraska, Michigan State, will open their tournaments on Friday, each receiving triple byes. Those teams seeded 5 through 8 receive double byes. They'll start on Thursday. Ohio State, Wisconsin, Purdue, and UCLA. Wednesday tips for Iowa, USC, Washington, Indiana, Rutgers, and Minnesota. And the first ever Tuesday games at the Big Ten tournament will begin with Maryland and Oregon, followed by Penn State and Northwestern. A complete bracket breakdown coming up a bit later in the show. And as we get set for the men's tournament, we put a bow on the women's tournament. Lauren Betts, Player of the Year. Corey Close, Coach of the Year in the UCLA Bruins, facing Iowa in the champ game. First quarter, UCLA already up by 6, off and running. It's Kiki Rice to Lauren Betts. Too easy. Bruins up by 8 early. They would simply never look back. If it wasn't Lauren Betts, it was her little sister, Sienna Betts. The sweet move on the inside. UCLA up 22-5 after the first quarter. Second quarter, Kiki Rice once again just blowing by that Iowa defense, which was so good on Saturday against Michigan. Rice had 15 points, 8 dimes. Gianna Kneepkins knocks down the corner 3. This UCLA team is so deep, 6 players expected to be drafted in this spring's WNBA draft. Now a 29-point lead. It's Kneepkins again. Kneepkins had 19 to lead the Bruins. Final seconds of the third, UCLA up nearly 30. It's Betts on the inside, the great entry. How about UCLA? 34 assists, most ever in a Big Ten tournament game. Into the fourth, it's Sienna Betts, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and Big Sis is loving it from the bench. The only thing in question now, the final margin of victory, and it was massive. 96-45, the 51-point win, the largest ever in a Big Ten tournament final. Our Indy-based crew has more with one of the Bruins' biggest stars.
Thank you, Rick, and joined now by the Big Ten most outstanding player after winning the title in the most dominant fashion. This is the highest margin of victory in the history of any Big Ten tournament game, Kiki. You've got the confetti in your hair and the medal around your neck, the net cord on the desk. This is a good look for you, Kiki.
It's amazing.
You guys are so good in so many different areas, and this game was, I think, just the epitome of that. What was the most impressive part about it to you?
I mean, everything, honestly. I think we did a fantastic job just sharing the ball, getting great shots, and I also love the way we came out in the beginning. That was a big point of emphasis for us, especially how we came out in the first game of this tournament. We didn't want to repeat that. We just came out with more energy. We hustled, and that's going to take us really far. But those are some really incredible habits that we have, and I'm excited about this for this group.
Talking about sharing the ball, you guys had an 85% assist rate. That's ridiculous. That means that 85% of your made field goals were assisted. You had 8 assists. 8 of the 9 players that played scored 20 bench points. How much fun is it to play on such a balanced team?
That's the best form of basketball, honestly. When everyone touches the ball, when everyone shares it, we pass up good shots for great shots. That's, I think, the mark of an excellent team and a championship caliber team, and I think we have that. And just our ability to move the ball, get great shots whenever you want them, I think it's going to take us really far. So those are some really incredible habits we have.
Kiki, you look like a woman on a mission. I love watching you play. Yes, you can dish it off and find the hot hand, but yourself, 15 points this entire tournament. Your head looks like it's on fire, just going to the rim, get into your midi. What has it unlocked for you just moving off the ball this season?
Yeah, that's been huge. Honestly, having Shar and our ability to kind of switch off playing 1 and 2 in the backcourt has been really helpful for both of us. And I think for me especially, just not having to kind of handle the pressure the entire game, to be able to get off the ball, to get some different looks, start without the ball in my hand in a possession. I think it's really helped both of us, and I'm just kind of excited that we're able to play off of each other in that way.
Kiki, I know you had the off-season shoulder surgery, and I've never seen you shoot the ball better, more confidently, more smoothly, and every time I'm at your gym, you're there. Before practice, after practice, And that's why I think you've improved as a shooter. But for you personally, what do you take the most satisfaction about of being so successful after a major surgery?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think, a testament to everyone who's helped me along in this journey. Obviously, having shoulder surgery was really tough, but just that time, that 6 months where I couldn't really do a ton, I was just really focused on getting better in all the small ways that I could. And I think that's one of the best things about our staff and about this program. You have so many different people who are willing to help anyone out at any different point. So whether it was shooting with my left hand or when I could just do form shots, people were always so willing to rebound, to help out, to give me any tips. So I really appreciate that.
Well, Kiki, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on a convincing win, and best of luck in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Well, just a dominant performance by the UCLA Bruins in the Big Ten title game, 96-45. That 51 points is the largest margin of victory in any Big Ten tournament game all time. They repeat as Big Ten tournament champions. All about this performance. So many impressive things. 6 players in double figures, but the three-point shooting, 13 made threes for the Bruins. They shot 38% in the regular season. This is a very good shooting team, but today in the title game, that was something else.
I mean, 44 points in the paint. It started there for the hot start, 22 and 5 in the first quarter with Kiki Rice getting downhill. Sienna Betts carving out space. But how can you not highlight the 13 threes to stretch it out? 5 different players did just so in a variety of ways. Talk about the handoff, sidestep, Kiki Rice knocking it down. You can't go underneath the screen. And Charlize Ledger-Walker, this is too much space for a lethal three-point shooter. Off-ball screens, relocating, you name it. UCLA just poured it in, and the ability to stretch the floor has been the difference maker this season. Last year, nearly 34%. This year, 37% from deep. This is a complete collective unit when you think about the offensive weapons they have, 1 through 5 to the bench, you name it. UCLA is dangerous.
Well, and I think last year they were led by their defense. It wasn't their three-point shooting. This year they are very good shooters, but that defense is still there. You still have 6'7" in the middle, and then 6'4" Dugalich and Kiki Rice bothering the ball. Defensively, talk about what that was such a great point of their game today to win the title.
For as good as they were offensively and as well as they shot the ball, I thought they were even better defensively. They held Iowa to less than 50 points, and you don't do that without being able to create turnovers, and that's exactly what they did. I thought that UCLA established early how the game would be played on the defensive end. They did an excellent job of just applying pressure on Iowa, using their size, getting into passing lanes. You knew that Iowa was going to try to go inside to get things going, and I thought UCLA read that perfectly, and they did a really good job of just using that pressure to create points. You talked about their 44 paint points. Well, 22 of them came off of turnovers. And I think more than anything, what it did, you guys, is when you turn a team over and then score off those turnovers, that's demoralizing. And so I think they did a great job of quieting this Iowa fan base, of really taking the crowd out of it with those points off turnovers.
Yeah, the start to this game, you mentioned, Autumn, 22-5 after the first quarter, and there were a lot of Iowa Hawkeye fans here. They have won 3 of the last 4 Big Ten tournament titles, but it took them right out of the game. This Iowa team is top 10 in the nation. They just didn't have their best game today, and UCLA did.
No, Iowa, it was a lot to handle, especially in the first quarter. Getting down, it dug them in a hole. This is a post-centric team, and to take away a Hannah Stolke, a Ava Hayden, making every single post-entry pass tough, it started on the defensive end for UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, this team is poised to make a really long run in the NCAA tournament. I know that they went to a Final Four last year, but I think this team is even more complete with the addition of Gianna Neekins, and just really, like Corey Close said, limiting Lauren Betts' role. She doesn't have to do as much. There's not as much pressure on her. I think this team is even more equipped this year.
At UCLA, 5 starters all have scored 1,000 points in their career. 2 of the 5 have scored 2,000 points in their career. This is a dominant team. Rick, we're going to send it back to you in Chicago. More coming here from Indy.